Good morning, everybody. It's just me, Mama Joe, on May 28th, sitting on the porch, having my coffee, waking up, and I just wanted to give you a follow-up on FedEx. They waited until Tuesday to let me know that they couldn't find the address. And, it's really funny, too, because on Friday there was a FedEx driver that came by and parked their vehicle right in front of our house. I went down to her vehicle because she never came in. She just sat there for like 10 minutes. And I waved at her on Friday, and she didn't even look at me. She just started driving and and left. So that tells me that was probably my order. And then on Saturday, another vehicle drove up and parked on the other side of the road, and then turned around and went back down to 89A Avenue, I think it was. It was in, and then they went up to 89B Avenue, and it was, they were, Township of Langley is really weird. It's got the same number on all three streets. So my husband, he follows them down the street and waves at them, and they didn't do anything. They just kept on driving, and then they drove back again when we came back to the house. And then on Monday, the same thing happened again. Somebody, I think we saw the FedEx vehicle drive by our house at least 3 times, and I waved at them every single time, and every single time they just ignored us. It's like, hey, I know that you're carrying my stuff, but no, they just went by like a blind as a bat. And so I got a hold of FedEx finally, and I finally spoke to a real person. And they said, oh, well, we won't be able to deliver it to the next day, after they confirmed that our address was correct, because they had it in their docket that it was the incorrect address. And the address that they had written on their documents was the same address that I gave them. And so they said, well, we'll deliver it tomorrow. And I said, no, you won't deliver it tomorrow. I says, you've already wasted 3 of my days. You're not going to waste a 4th. I says, you're going to deliver it today, because if you don't, I'm going to lay charges against your company for all the hours that I have had to waste waiting for you. And lo and behold, all of a sudden, they said, oh, well, then we're going to be able to deliver it between 6:30 and 7. Their doors close at 6, And so I said, okay, fine. If that's what you're going to do, that's what you're going to do. So I'm out here on the porch waiting for them. And that time came and went, and I gave up. I just went in the house and I said, to heck with this. I am so angry. I was so angry. I could not believe. This is another rant, by the way. Can you tell? Sorry. And then at 9:06, when everybody's getting ready for bed, all of a sudden this vehicle backs up our driveway and makes a whole bunch of noise, and we go and find out who it is, and oh my God, it's FedEx. They've got our parcels. And so they brought it in, and they put it nice and neatly on the landing inside my house. And the young boy, he was so excited. It's like, I got overtime because of this, I got overtime because of this. And he stood there and chatted with us for like 20 minutes because we couldn't get him to shut up. He had to talk. He was so excited he got overtime. He says, I was at home and they called me and told me to turn around and bring it back. And I said, well, you had it all along. And he says, yeah, but we're only allowed to work until 6 o'clock. Otherwise it's overtime and they have to authorize the overtime. And so I'm thinking, okay, they said it was going to be delivered between 6:30 and 7. He's only allowed to work till 6 o'clock. Where's the common sense here? I mean, like, why did they lie to me? And then he sits there and he said that something about FedEx is turning into a FedEx Express only, and that a company called Rhino is taking over the standard delivery. Now, that I didn't know, and I'm going to have to do some research to find out if it's true or not. But he said that Rhino is from the United States, and Rhino, I don't even know how to spell the name, is using United States maps. Therefore, the reason they couldn't find our place is because their maps were outdated. And so, if anybody ever uses FedEx again, where the comment section is available to you to be able to leave a message, tell them to use Google Maps. Tell them to use Google Maps. That way, then, if you're using Google Maps, you'll be able to, they'll be able to find your place a lot easier than the United States outdated Rhino map. Yeah, I know what you're saying here. It's like, this is ridiculous. But, okay, well, that's the only way that you're going to get your parcel delivered, I guess. Anyways, we finally got the parcels. We're finally happy. And yesterday I just took the day off because my brain was so fried from being so upset. So I'm sorry I never said anything to you yesterday, but I'm saying something today. That being said, stop the ranting, Mama Jo. It is a beautiful day. The birds are singing. The sun is shining. It's absolutely beautiful outside, and I can finally breathe easy. Life is good. I'm going to enjoy the day. I'm going to get my studio all cleaned up and ready for our parcels, and I'm going to, oh, I need to rant one more time. I'm sorry. The parcels are supposed to be delivered in a certain fashion. Apparently, they're only the arrows on the sides of the boxes say that they have to be in a certain upright position at all times. Problem is that when the last 2 boxes got delivered, they were laying on their sides because they were inside a blank box. It was just a blank box, and the blank box was bent and damaged. So we do have to check to make sure that everything is good before we go much further, because we're only allowed a few days to check stuff like that out. Anyways, get rid of the rant. Oh man, those guys made me mad. I'm not usually this way. I really am not. I'm usually a happy person. Anyways, life is good. Life is happy. Take a deep breath 10 times. Over and over again. Get yourself back on track. Anyways, the puppy dogs are barking. People are going for walks. And it looks like it's going to be a good day. And I'm really, really happy. I wish you all well. Have a great day, enjoy your day, and I hope you never have to go through the torment that I went through over the last week, waiting for something to come. All right. I love you. You have a great day.